Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a review/thoughts video. And for this one, I want to give my thoughts on Apple TV Plus, the service available from Apple, which is basically their streaming service. It's available on a lot of devices: PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, different types of Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, Google TV, and of course, your smartphone and your iPhone or your Android phone and all that stuff. So it's available on a lot of devices though. So when people think of Apple or think of Apple back then, most of us will remember them as basically being known for, like the Apple computer. Some of us may remember, like when we were young, like the Oregon Trail or Number Munchers or anything like that, to the Macintosh, to the iMac and all. But we've also seen over the years Apple has branched out with stuff like the iPod, the iPhone that would open up the idea for smartphones and all. And now recently we have seen them push more into basically the streaming side of the thing, basically trying to compete with other streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so forth. So they're certainly, it's certainly trying to jump into that in a way though. Well, I recently decided to give Apple TV Plus a try. I got it through the Apple One plan that they had available. And after spending some time with it though, I think some of it will be very depending on what you like, what Apple Plus does, ranging from its content to some of its features and everything like that. For some, they're going to like what they see. For others, maybe not so much. So basically what I would do is break it down into what I like and what I didn't like, mixed or not 100% sure about. In terms of what I like though, I will say that Apple TV Plus does have a lot of original content and all, and that certainly is good for those who want to watch like original shows, everything like that. Some of the more popular ones are like Ted Lasso and all. I've heard some good things about that, but there are some other shows, particularly some sci-fi ones, if you want to keep an eye out and watch. Right now I'm currently watching one like this first season of Solow to basically the first season of Invasion. Once I'm done with that one, I'll go into season 2, and I've heard some good things about Foundation and all. Then there's also shows that have won like Emmy Awards, like as I mentioned, Ted Lasso, but the morning shows and all. So there's certainly going to be a lot of original content in here for those who are into that kind of stuff. It may not be on the exact same level as, say, something like Hulu or Netflix, where you have original content plus shows from other, like other shows from like different movies and all that stuff. But still, it's glad that they have like a lot of original content on basically Apple TV Plus. The next thing to point out is the fact that out of all the streaming service, at least available at this time though, Apple TV Plus is probably the most cheapest one, at least for now, to be exact. Could that change over time? That is a possibility, but as the recording of this video, it is the cheapest one available. And basically it will cost you $6.99 per month or $7. However, you could get it through the Apple One program, which basically offers, each one will not only offer you Apple TV Plus, but it might offer you, Apple Arcade or extra storage for your, devices and all through the cloud, everything like that. Individuals will be like $16.95 or $17 a month. Family is $22.95 a month or $23. And then the Premier, which is about $32.95 per month or $33 in general. So there are ways you can get Apple TV Plus though, if you don't have like an Apple device though, where Apple TV Plus is sort of kind of built into it. Then you have to decide if you want to subscribe to it or not, where compared to something like, say, like a Roku TV or a Roku, like Express or Fire Stick, you have to download the app or everything like that. But I will say in terms of price point, it is definitely the cheapest one compared to, at least for now, as I said, compared to other streaming, services out there. And last but not least though, and some of this will come down to your preference and taste, is that they do have the option to basically, you can have like MLS or Major League Soccer, or Friday Night Baseball, some live shows, live sports events that you could watch through Apple TV. And they also offer the ability to have add-ons to it, though. Some of the add-ons ranging from Paramount Plus to Showtimes that you could basically add to it, though, to your as part of the Apple TV Plus service. So it does offer different options, and these add-ons, you know, could be beneficial if you prefer doing it this way than having to go over to, like, say, like the Paramount Plus app and having to sign in over there. You could just sign in through Apple TV Plus with your password and just watch, you know, Paramount Plus content through, you know, on Apple TV Plus. So, I mean, that is certainly a handy thing to have and all. As far as what I didn't like, mixed, or not sure about, this is very similar to my criticism of YouTube TV, though. While it's nice that they have these add-ons for basically Apple TV Plus, like YouTube TV, some of these will add more to your cost. So, for example, right now Apple TV Plus is $6.99. Basically, that's $7 a month. If you, for some reason, decide to add Paramount Plus to part of your Apple TV Plus service, it's an extra $10. So instead of it being like $7 a month, it will be $17 a month. So you really have to, with YouTube TV, wonder, is it better to pay for Paramount Plus monthly through Apple TV, or are you better off just going to the Paramount Plus app and basically deciding the different options, whether it's to pay the monthly or choose to go for maybe $100 for one whole year and all, for 12 months to be exact. So it does there is a downside to having these add-ons and everything like that. And some of the sporting events, though, like the Major League Soccer, from what I understand, some of these might cost a little bit more, such as, if I could find it right up here. They do mention that Major League Soccer Pass fans may have to pay either $13 or $15 per month, depending on whether they're an Apple TV Plus subscriber. So you do have to weigh in whether it's worth getting some of these add-ons or not, though. The next thing I do want to point out is the mention is about through the Apple One. Now, as I mentioned, though, getting it through Apple One isn't necessarily a bad thing, given the choice of either the individual, family, or Premier plan, though. The only issue with this is that you really have to be really into Apple's ecosystem, though. If you are and you're heavily into it, like you have like I have an iMac and an iPhone and an iPad and all, I could see a reason to get Apple TV Plus through, the Apple One. But unless you're really invested into the Apple ecosystem and all, I'm not sure if it's worth getting it through the Apple One. For example, if you have like a PC or like an Android TV or an Android phone or anything like that, I'm not sure getting it through Apple One is a smart thing. If you still want it, though, you're probably better off just paying the $7 a month than trying to get it through Apple One through either the individual, family, or the Premier plan. I mean, Apple One really is more towards if you're heavily invested into Apple's ecosystem. So unless you are, I don't think it's worth it getting through Apple One unless you're heavily invested into Apple's ecosystem. And last but not least, and this is probably the one annoying feature of Apple TV Plus that I'm not a really big fan is that they don't have a wish list or a My Stuff feature. And what I mean by that is that those who have used different streaming services, like Hulu Plus or Amazon Prime or Disney Plus or Netflix and all, each time you have the opportunity to save a series or anything like that, so you could go to your My Stuff or wish list and basically look up the shows right there that you have saved, the series you have saved, and you can sort of kind of catch up and see which episodes you maybe need to catch up though. Excuse me. Apple TV Plus unfortunately doesn't have anything like that. Instead, they have this odd approach called What's Next. And the thing is that you don't have the ability to save like the series or anything like that. You have to either click on, you really have to really see which shows you may or may have not watched. And sometimes when you get to near the end of the show, you have to click on What's Next, so it can at least save that episode so you can finish continue where you left off, though. To me, I find this feature to be very annoying for Apple TV, though. I just think it would have been really nice if they added a wish list or My Stuff feature for it, like how other streaming services have it out there, though. So this is probably one of the most annoying thing about Apple TV Plus that I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm hoping over time Apple does make an improvement to Apple TV Plus and add this feature in general, though. Overall, I would say Apple TV Plus is certainly good, but it depends on what kind of content that you like, though, as there are different varieties of shows out there, and some of it will depend on how big of an Apple fan you really are, though. At its best, though, I like the fact that there are a lot of original content in here. I like the fact that it is, for now at least, cheaper than basically the other streaming services, though, and there are ways you can get it through, whether it's paying the $7 per month or getting it through Apple One. And it's nice that they have certain add-ons and features have there, so if you want to add certain things to your Apple TV Plus subscriptions and all. And it's worth, though, just like with YouTube TV, some of these add-ons will cost you more, and you do have to wonder whether it's worth adding it to, like Apple TV Plus, or if you're better just going to the other site and just deciding what offers they have, including if there's like a yearly offer or anything like that. Again, as much as I think Apple One can be a good thing, if you're not heavily invested into Apple's ecosystem, I don't know if it's well worth it getting through Apple One. And the fact that they don't have a wish list or a My Stuff feature, at least in Apple TV Plus, is very annoying and probably one of my biggest criticisms I have for Apple TV Plus. I do hope that changes over time, though. But in either case, though, I do like what I'm seeing, though. As someone who has owned a lot of Apple products, I don't think I have anything wrong with Apple TV Plus, especially since that will be available on a lot of, Apple devices and everything like that. And a lot of the content that they show, at least the ones that I've been watching so far, have been very good. And but though some of that will come down to your preference and taste, though. So in the end, I will say, it is kind of worth it, though, but it will depend on your taste and depending on whether it's worth paying the $7 a month or getting it through Apple One, though. So if you like, original content and everything like that, or if you're looking for a cheap streaming service option for now, though, then consider taking a look at Apple TV Plus, though. I think it is kind of neat, though, and it'll be very interesting to see how far Apple will take Apple TV Plus and all. Okay, this concludes my review/thoughts on Apple TV Plus. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about Apple TV Plus, though? Are you glad that Apple has entered into the streaming service, though? Do you think it is the cheapest option in terms of streaming service available? Do you like the idea that it focuses heavily on original content and everything like that? Do you like the idea that you could either pay, $7 a month or get it through Apple One or everything like that? Are there areas you think that Apple TV Plus could improve upon? Do you agree with what I said in this video? Do you disagree? Do you have a difference of opinion? As always, sound off in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And if you do like this video, I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to. And feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You can do it through PayPal Me or Patreon or Steam Labs. Links will be in the description of this video so you watching this on YouTube. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon. Until then, from Southern California, I wish you all a good day then. Bye!